Jordan.
How you doing?
Great to see you, buddy.
See you.
Mike,
Doing,
welcome to Key West.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you guys, did you get any sleep?
A little bit.
You know, here we only take best care of our celebrities. And why are you laughing?
Accommodations.
Great accommodations.
Yeah.
It's okay if you sleep in an 18-wheeler, isn't it? I mean, you're in Key West.
We're not complaining.
Yeah, you guys don't seem to be high maintenance, it seems.
No. We could have slept in the bow of the boat. So
Yeah, it seems
a leather couch
on
on
the
the
way
18-wheeler is fine for us.
How many times have you slept in the bow of the boat?
None on this one, but on our other boat, yeah, anytime. You know.
I was going to
anytime.
say, one of those late nights of working away. Is there anything you guys want to start off with as far as people who you've come in contact with so far? And then we can probably go into the story. Like, how did you even get the boat?
Well, we're actually, every once in a while, Still Crazy has been a part of our life, whether we had a boat or not, for as long as we can remember. You know, when we grew up, we had pictures on the wall, my grandfather's office. We had T-shirts, little T-shirts.
All their old school racing T-shirts, we still have them.
When you know, we got pictures of Mike when he was 1 and I was 3, riding on the bow of the 38 Cougar Cat through the Sarasota parade the year before they died. You know, and so it's always been a part of our lives, and now it's just, you know, we own something, a piece of our own history, you know. But, you know, I mean, it's hard to put into words what it means to us. You know, Still Crazy became this
more than just the boat.
Yeah, more.
Right.
It was a way of life. To us, it was
just going after more, I guess.
Yeah.
I think you would say
living life to your fullest, you know, to the fullest, and getting out of it what you want. You know, I think Mike and Dick, they were doing what they loved. You know, it was dangerous, sure, but they died doing what they loved, going after their passion, and so that's kind of what Still Crazy meant for us. So every once in a while, you know, I would go on the internet, and Mike would go on the internet, and I'd just type in Mike Poppa or Still Crazy and just see what came up, if there was any new information, and, you know, pictures, any kind of anything, you know. And Kelly, Mike's sister, went on the internet, what was it, back in, was it 06? 07?
Yeah.
Yep, and found Offshore Only, which the website, offshoreonly.com, and there was a couple threads on there, and
she actually reached out originally just saying, you know, my father was Mike Poppa, did anybody know him, or any information, pictures, stories, you know, would just be amazing. And a lot of people just through that website, I mean, that's when we first started seeing the sense of the community and that family you talked about. Because a lot of people started reaching out and telling us just amazing things about my dad.
Yeah,
they had no idea, right? You're
and
like, oh my God, my dad was.
You know, we're just reading these things, and you know, it could be a few sentences to a couple paragraphs about, you know, times they've spent with him or raced or knew of him, or, you know, but it meant the world to us, and that's
so that got the ball
started.
rolling,
Yeah.
and, you know, got us at least a little bit closer to the powerboat, you know, powerboat nation, basically, the people that are in this industry and love, you know, high performance boating. So then, you know, we basically lurked on that site for 3 or 4 years, you know, just I was researching things. We didn't know anything about powerboats, so, you know, all I do is I'll go and I'll research something to death, you know, and so we just trying to find out more and get closer. And then last year we were I searched again, came up with a new thread on Offshore Only, and it was by Cadillac McDaniel. He had posted on a thread that said, you know, Still Crazy has a new owner, and actually had his, you know, contact information on it. So I ended up, you know, finding that, and this is after, by the way, the year before we found out that this was even existing. You know, on that same thread, someone posted, you know, found this boat in a yard over in Jupiter, and
which to say the least, to see that sitting, you know,
we didn't even know it still
where
existed.
I was sitting when I brought that website up, and it was my sister said it was just, and I was just, you know, beside myself, and I ran back to the office where Jordan was at. I was like, Jordan, you got to see this, you know, and it's like, oh,
we had no idea
God.
it was still in existence, let alone still painted the same way. It had this original paint job on it, you know,
tucked away in the corner of this boatyard, all beat up, but still just in its glory, you know.
So it instantly became a dream for us that, you know, man, we just said to ourselves, that would be so awesome if we could, you know, own that boat. But just, you know, we didn't have the means at that time, and just it wasn't the right time. and we couldn't get a hold of who owned the boat. We didn't know who owned it. The person that owned it didn't post. They just, said they found it. Somebody found it in a yard.